Favorite memories of awkward situations. Go.
I
got one. I mean, this might not be my favorite, but it's the first one that popped up.
Sure.
Me and Kirsten were in Thailand like 5 years ago, and we took a cooking class. It was a Thai cooking class, and there was other people in the class as well. They were from Michigan, and actually there was a couple from Michigan, and there was a couple from Canada. I don't know what part. I think they were from Montreal because they spoke French. Okay. So I'm assuming that Quebec area. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we were talking to the couple from Michigan, and we were like, "Oh, we're from Indiana, you know, Midwest people." Okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we told them we were from Indiana because we're from Indiana, and then like, okay, and then they were like, "Yeah, we've been through there before, and you know, we don't really know much, but all we really know is, you know, that you're not supposed to stop in Gary or something like that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm from Gary," and then they were like, they just kind of like paused, and then their face was like. And then it was just awkward. Like I love moments like that, especially when like people are like, especially when I'm making them feel awkward. It's like that's the best. Because like because my quiet and like monotone-ish like demeanor kind of just makes it even worse for them because they don't know if I'm upset or you know they can't really read me, so they're like, crap, what do we do? So that's the one that stands out. But I'm sure there's plenty of them though. Because like I said, I go out of my way to make people feel awkward in situations like that. So there's probably a lot of them. But
why do you go out of your way to make people feel awkward? I'm curious.
Well, especially if I feel like they're in the wrong. For, like, you know, like somebody might say some like racist stuff and they don't know I'm like 10 feet behind them. Like, you deserve this feeling now.
Oh, yeah.
Point. So it's kind of like that more so. So like, I'm just trying to like, you know, I guess that's my way of being a vigilante, I guess. Awkward man.
Punishing the racist. Awkward man.
He's not Batman. He's not Superman. He's awkward dude.
Awkward dude.
Changing perceptions, one awkward moment.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Winter, what you got?
Jesus, I was hoping you weren't gonna call on me. I hate awkward situations, and I think a part of my brain actively suppresses those memories because I'm that person who will be sleeping and remember some weird shit I said, and I will wake up like cringing, like, oh, I'm so weird. Like, what is it? So I can't think of any like really truly awkward moments where I was like, wow, I hate this. This is currently happening. I don't know. Is that okay to say? I don't know.
Absolutely. I didn't ask this question as if I had an answer. It just came.
Right. You're just curious.
I can't think of I can't think of like the prime awkward situation or whatever. But when Adam told his story, I was reminded of a similar story. It wasn't as awkward as it was kind of just. It was more funny than awkward, but me and Ebony went out on a date. And well, hold on. And we
XXX.
So this place was described as like a paranormal circus. So already is like, you know,
paranormal circus.
Yeah, like what are we getting into? Exactly. Like I didn't know what to expect at all. So when we showed, like, first of all, we really got dressed up. Like, I don't know why. Like, I mean, it was a date when we was gonna go for dinner or whatever after, but we really got dressed up really nice, like dress shoes and all. And
you got on your wingtips.
So we were done up, as they say.
I'm sorry, man. I feel like I know where this is going already.
So we're looking for the address, first of all, and we're looking for the circus. You know, is a circus has a tent or whatever. Mm-hmm. But we ended up in a parking lot of a mall, and this mall was kind of deserted. I'm like, what was going on here? So that's already, like Adam said, that's a red flag already. But okay, we see the tent So we walk in there, and the first thing we see is like a midget who is or I'm sorry, a little person. But at this point, he was already making a mockery of himself. So
I'm sorry. Can we pause 1 second? Only because I listened to the first episode, and Adam, your flight attendant voice is hilarious. I don't know if y'all listened to the first episode of the new season yet, but every time he needs to make a correction, you get a boom boom, and he says the correction in the ashiest voice he can make. And so I don't know why it just made me think of that moment. Please, Margaret, please continue.
So this little person, he got like he's walking around hitting people and saying weird stuff to people, and his guys with chainsaw, like, and just a lot of stuff like that, just like trying to excite people. But already we looking at each other like, what is this, man? Like, now mind you, this was her. I'm sorry, this was her date. So I'm like, what's going on, man? What you got me into? So when we go in there, like this little person the whole time is going around messing with people. And I think they kind of got it into their minds, like we not trying to be messed with in that way, because they like saying sexual things to people, and we just like, no, you're gonna have to leave us alone. But so the actual performance was so weird. It was like people dressed up like zombies and vampires, and they were doing like it was a dance routine, and also like it was like a scary, I can't explain. It was like them moving around like choreographed.
Wait, like what? Well, how was they moving? I missed it.
Like imagine it being capoeira and vampire capoeira. So basically that's how I would describe it. But it was some talented things going on, like what's those triple bars? People doing triple bars. Is that what it's called in the Olympics? Where they
double bar? You mean the
big swing?
Yeah. What you call it? The
beam?
Yeah, the beam. I don't know.
No, the beam's what you walk.
No, not the one you walk on.
The high, the right, you swing the high and the low.
Yeah, it was a lot of that stuff going on.
Acrobatics.
There were acrobatics, but
it
didn't seem like as professional as the real deal. But it was like them switching out of vampire mode and going into extreme like concentration stuff. So it was like it was a weird environment, and we looking around at people and we're like, y'all really feeling this? And the whole time we just like cracking up laughing, and everybody else like taking it serious. And we just left halfway through it, but we got a great laugh out of it. It was so funny because it was like them people really performing and had this makeup on and moving around like scary, and the whole thing was just funny. So that was semi awkward, but it was just mostly hilarious. And there was other people. It was other people leaving too. Like
what's happening?
We didn't sign up for this.
So my question is, where was this? Was this like in Chicago or?
It was somewhere in Illinois. I don't think it was Chicago.
See, that was the first issue, because the rest of the state of Illinois is trash. It's a horrible state.
It was fun though.
But man, I'm sorry you went through your they ain't had nothing on Barnum and Bailey.
No. Right. We actually went to Universal, and it was great.
Yeah, Universal Circus is great.
Yeah.
I don't know why that made me think of this different situation. It wasn't necessarily awkward, but I don't know about you. Don't you hate when you get caught in something artistic, and as an artist, you're like, I want to up this because it's some form of art, but you're like, this is trash.
That's what it was.
And
It's like, I respect this, but I can't watch it.
see, there's where it falls short. I don't respect shit.
Right. I was like, I
Most
don't
of the time.
respect it at all.
I respect the acrobatic part. Like,
Oh,
you
sure.
could tell it took a lot of discipline for that, but the overall thing, they could have kept that. But I respect the discipline it took to learn that. As far as the dancing, that was garbage.
I can trust your word on that, because if the scariness was the that right there,
that little movement took me out.
This right here, this Missy Elliott video.
Oh,
I can't do that.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
And that's no affront to Missy. Missy is great. Missy is one of the few women who is so much more attractive now than she was in the height of her career.
That's true.
In my opinion.
Missy was always cute. Don't come for Missy like that.
I didn't say she wasn't. I said more.
Okay. Well, okay. She is cute now.
Even though her eyelashes be like whole ass Imperial Greek fans on them eyes.
You mean now or back in the day?
Now.
Okay.
But no, it reminded me of the situation. It was my first college dance performance. Not me, because I didn't go to college, but it was. I hopefully this don't stop me from ever getting a job there. It's much like a lot of universities, where a lot of universities don't really prepare you for a career in dance. They teach you dance theory and a bunch of techniques that will never get you a job. Excuse me. And so I was at, and it was some postmodern piece where all they did was walk around, and it was a mic on downstage right in a spotlight that one by one, after they got done walking in some kind of pattern around the floor and jumping around like fish out of water, they would walk up to the mic one by one and just go. So like when so there was this one time, and shit. Not exaggerating, that was the script of every girl who came to the mic. And mind you, I had never experienced postmodern dance, collegiate dance, what have you. So I'm used to talent. And so I'm in the audience like, oh, that was awkward the first time. 14 more times later, I'm like, is this the whole piece? And I'm filled with bottomless rage that I sat through like 15 minutes of this. And 15 minutes of any dance is long. And so at the end of it, the audience is like clapping and applauding. Sorry, clapping the mic. Like is really applauding. And I almost verbally shouted, "Shut up and sit the fuck down."
Their audience.
Stop lying. Stop lying. That was horrible. And so, Marcus, I feel your pain.
Yeah, that was pretty similar. I wanted to say some stuff like that, but
I mean, I didn't. I wanted to. But every student I've met from I go, how's that going?
You should bleep out the school name, maybe, or don't. I don't know if you give a fuck.
That's real.
Play it in reverse.
Right.
Olombo.
All right.
Yeah. And like I said, and we can always bleep out and all that kind of stuff. Adam, engineer.